So Atomic is a guy who has been running the game for a pretty long time, actually, but he has been very back and forth with Diddy Racing. You know, on and off. He has been on and off with streaming a lot. So yeah, but he saw this tournament and was like, "Yeah, I'll join." But that was a really rough start for him.
Mm-hmm.
Really rough start. So I think if I saw correctly, it's like if you're too close behind the dinosaur that we call Leffen, uh, if you're too close behind him, there's actually, oh my god, he got sniped.
He got
Wow,
shot.
that's
Oh,
ridiculous. All right, wow, okay. If you're too close behind him, for some reason, there's actually a small hitbox on the ground, so you bounce up. And sometimes when you bounce up and you land, your drift direction will change. So what happened there is like he bounces up and he keeps drifting in the same direction, but the game will change direction when he lands, so he flies out in the water. So really unlucky.
dang, harsh bonk for Andy.
Oof, yeah.
Clipping the edge of the stone arch there right after hitting the zipper, so he like pretty much lost all the speed that he got from that.
Yeah. And Andy's stream is a little choppy, but well, the entire stream is choppy, I think. Alright.
Alright. So let's see here. Atomic finishing his second lap. Andy not too far behind actually.
Yes, he's keeping up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's gonna hit that oil slick though.
We may never know. But Atomic is finishing up his Fossil Canyon. I didn't see the time. Was it a 1:16 or something like that?
1:13.
1:13? Okay.
Yeah. And Andy finishing up with a 1:21. Okay. But Andy's still keeping a pretty good distance. Like,
yeah.
I mean, for being such a new runner, and Atomic has been running this game for a couple of years, on and off, still keeping himself not that far behind.
So, nice punch jump from Atomic. Unfortunately, bonks right into the skeleton there. You see, Andy, he's some newer runners. When after they hit the zipper here, they'll just stay away from that kind of like pool there. But the faster strat is to actually just attack that like pawn right after the zipper, and you get a nice bounce that lines you up pretty nicely with the next zipper.
Yeah, makes you airborne and you just fly down to the next zipper.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if Atomic can get that out of bounds. He does. That was clean.
Okay, able to navigate. He pretty much that whole stretch there, he couldn't see himself, so that's sometimes when you can't see yourself on the screen, like some runners tend to panic. But you know, he just kept going.
Yeah, and Bundy also got that out of bounds.
Nice.
However, I think he was a little scared on that stretch because he was holding A the entire time, and you don't want to hold A in while doing barrel rolls because that slows you down. Oh no, he went back in bounds. Let's see if it goes for a backup or if it just drives normally.
It looks like he won't. Atomic finishing up Hot Top Volcano without too much incident.
Yeah.
So
it was a 55, I think. So that's not bad. But at least Bundy went back in bounds in such a way that he didn't have to. Wow, he missed that clip. But at least he went back in bounds in such a way that he didn't have to like backtrack. You could
Yeah.
just continue, because that's something that can happen, and which is really bad, where you when you clip back in bounds and you just have to drive backwards in the track. It's really, really bad.
I think we saw that in Koi Conrad's race.
I think it was Dr. Fish who did that in his race.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a mistake that can definitely happen, and it's
yeah, and
unfortunate.
it's really punishing. And Atomic missing a bunch of zippers and stuff there.
Getting knocked around a little bit.
Yeah. And wheelbase is the level that's kind of straight on if you learn, if you use like some of the more consistent strats. But the zipper at the end, grabbing the balloon right after is actually deceivingly hard. It's very difficult. Even at the top level is really hard to grab it, and it's common that you see people missing it.
So Atomic going for the bananas there. Generally, we don't see that. It's more of a time trial strat, but hey, bananas are a good thing.
Yeah. And Bundy is a little short on bananas right now, but maybe he'll grab some more on the boat. However, the race is almost over, so it doesn't really matter that much at the end. And Atomic bouncing around. Missing the zipper. You just want to boost yourself straight into that zipper. That's like the strat, and then you get an insane amount of speed. Like it's really hard to handle sometimes. Actually, you just fly into the tunnel.
All right, so we're still within a race here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Atomic is
Ooh,
wow,
that was close.
could have been really bad, but yeah.
Good save. Yeah,
he almost pulled the trident and went right into the drink.
Yep. Thirsty. He's not as thirsty as you Ontario people. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, that was a good jump.
Yeah, that was actually really nice. Oh, but then unfortunately turned a little too sharp there and hit the inside corner.
Okay. Wanted to stay for a cozy time in the ship right there. Bundy with a lot of speed. But as you mentioned, still within a race, which is kind of impressive for Bundy's sake. Oh no!
Oh, he did it! He did it!
He did the trident. He did the trident.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely something. When you try to learn the strat where you hold down going down this hill or the slope, that's definitely a risk that you will have to take into account, because it's yeah.
Oh wow, Andy going for the sharp corner there.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I see a lot of like newer runners. They don't even go for that. They'll take the wide turn around, which is, I don't know. I don't want to say intended, but like typically that's what you would see more casual players do. But he's just going for it.
Yeah, I think he has a good mindset on how to improve. Like he's trying to go for more difficult things. Even as a new player, he really wants to go for those things.
Yeah, you can't play scared. You gotta. I mean, you only learn by making mistakes and finding out what doesn't work.
Definitely, and that's something we try. Like players like Trident and I, who have played the game for thousands of hours, that's something we try to tell them, newer players, that don't be scared, accept a lot of mistakes, try to go for fast, like try to go fast instead of slowly. Yeah, because you will notice that when you get a lot faster and better, even if you bonk like 4 times, you're going to go faster than just going safe.
Right, so now we got our first inbounds plane track. Atomic getting off to a strong start here.
Oh yeah, some nice barrel placements too.
Mm-hmm.
He held the A button before that zipper, which is something you don't always see, but it's definitely like if you aren't comfortable just letting yourself go and land on that, it's not a bad idea to hold the A button there. That's not a big time loss.
Yeah, and see, like, I would say this is a really good example. Like, he's obviously not going as fast as, like someone like Rain Raider, but you can tell he's not playing safe. He's going for the strats, and
Yeah.
he's like, doing the best that he can, right?
Yeah,
He's going
definitely,
for
and
the
like
barrel rolls. He's going for all the balloons. He's like definitely attempting the strats, and he's gonna have a better result than if he were to, uh, you know,
they're just
go
going
slow
safe
and
all
not
the
make
time.
mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, just hold A and drive around. And also, it's not only like about the going fast in this run. It's just like the mindset overall that's what you need to improve so that when you get better and better, so your runs get better and better, of course.
Absolutely.
So yeah, cool. It's cool. I'm glad. Like I'm really happy to see when runners actually try to go for it. I mean, even TT encourages it. Am I right?
Yeah, he literally says go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the
So
mantra, kids.
yeah, he doesn't mind bonking a few times for you to learn. Okay, so Atomic so that turn is extremely hard for some reason. it's a it's a isn't it? It's like a mysterious turn. That turn in Walrus Cove with those two balloons there. It's yeah, it's really weird. There are two balloons in the middle of the way. You for some reason miss them all the time, and or like you fly too far and you hit the sides, even though the path isn't that small. It's weird.
Okay,
That
using
was
the
solid
boost
from
there. I
Atomic.
like that. Yeah.
Since he didn't have a boost from before, that's definitely an acceptable strat to use.
Mhm. Some of the top runners will like carry that blue balloon and then chain it into the last zipper, but I mean that's obviously a pretty risky strat because that path is so narrow, and if you fall off, then you hit the ice and you just bounce around, and like it's probably the like worst thing that can happen to you in this level, I'd say, is falling on the ice.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But Atomic is actually
Yeah, it
pretty
gets to
solid. Pretty
132.
solid Walrus Cove. Yeah,
Yeah.
32. That's definitely a good time. Andy with a sick turn. That was actually really insane. I'm not sure if you saw it, but that was so solid. How much? Yeah. I mean, 33 first lap for a new player. It's actually very good.
Dang, Atomic missing the blue balloon here. Stacking the double. Makes it
Yeah.
nicely into the igloo.
Yeah. That's a lot harder than it looks because
Yeah.
the ground is super uneven and bouncy. So there's a great risk when you boost like that in the like in this part that you just fly into the wall and stuff. But Atomic's taking this track like a champ.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's actually pretty solid. Like he had a little bit of a stumble at the end, but like
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was still
it
pretty
looked good.
solid.
It looked good, and what I like about watching Atomic as well is that um, he's showing a lot of potential with the gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
that was kind of unfortunate. That
wait, what happened to that with that rocket?
I don't know what happened,
Wait,
but
why wasn't he hit by that rocket? There was a rocket right by his side.
I don't know. It happened too fast. I didn't even.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
Let's see how Bundy tackles this. this Snowball Valley. Let's see here. Using the shield so you can't get squished by snowballs. Speaking
Oh,
of,
dang.
well, yeah, that was.
Yeah,
That was
if I was, that was a really awkward angle. Maybe if I was Atomic, I would have just counted that as a loss and not went for the
zipper. Yeah.
zipper. But hey, you gotta respect the play.
Yeah. I just want to add like a fun fact is that speaking of snowballs, you can't actually get squished by a snowball in hovercraft. So when you play this track in hover, you don't have to avoid the snowballs. You can just drive straight onto them.
So now we are effectively one race apart.
Yeah, one Frost Village. I still think that's good. I mean, with 3 trophies in, their PBs differ by 5 minutes, and he's like a minute and a half behind. Halfway through the run.
But now we're getting into some of the tougher tracks here. So let's see what happens. Kind of a rough start for Atomic. Not getting a favorable bonk there. Actually getting sent backwards a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Good boost though into this castle section.
Yeah. Yeah, 33 is a little rough. And you see, like, he bounced on top of that tree thing right before the blue balloon in the slope. Like you generally want to jump right over it, but these boosts, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You have really good boosts into the fortress or castle. I don't even know. Maybe we should call it palace because
Palace?
the name of because the Japanese name for Boulder Canyon is the River Palace. So
right.
so maybe we should call it the palace. I'm not sure if I'd call it the palace. I'd rather call it like a castle or a fortress or something. But yeah.
Atomic missing that balloon, so unfortunately can't go for the boost chain there. But yeah, like we said before, he's got some really good speed off of those boost chains. The only thing he really needs to clean up is kind of like his angle, so he can make it further into the further through that stretch instead of just hitting the wall. But
that's also risky because if you go slightly too far to the right, you hit the other side of the wall, which is
right.
a lot worse.
Yeah, you can hit you can hit the corner.
Yeah, then you get to a complete stop instead of just bouncing off. So let's see how Bundy handles. Whew. It boosts right over the log. Okay, he's not going for the shield here, so let's see how this is going to go for Atomic in this area.
There's nothing?
Okay. No, there's nothing.
Lucky?
I think, yeah, a little lucky, but I think that he went a little slower. Because I think I saw a spike ball further in.
Oh, wow. That's pretty big bonk.
Yeah, and there too. Ooh, harsh bonks there. Yeah, let's avoid that bubble.
Okay, good section from Atomic. Let's see him nail this S-turn. Not quite.
No, 2 bonks, but he's all good.
Yeah, finishes with 120.
Yep.
Andy on his 3rd lap of Boulder Canyon.
So I don't think we will see any attempts of the out of bounds here. I don't think that's a thing. But Atomic could surprise me. No, he's using the blue balloon there.
Maybe he's going for the time trial strat.
Going for the optimal stuff. Ooh, he got the double connection.
He got the double, yeah.
That's
actually
a lot
really
harder.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only because it's hard to aim, but that a lot of it, like sometimes the zipper doesn't register when you bounce on it.
Oof, that was
The
a
tree.
dicey barrel roll, but
Again.
managing to
The last one was
avoid the
actually even
trees.
closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So AndyBundy, when you boost up for when you boost up for that slope, you actually want to hold up a little bit because then you can turn faster to the left. So you don't want to do anything you don't want to just boost straight over the hill. You want to hold up to as I mentioned, shorten the distance you travel in the air to turn faster.
We're actually seeing a pretty solid inbounds windmill planes from Atomic.
Oh yeah,
Wow, gets the connection again.
yeah, he's a legend. For real, that's actually hard to do.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
like a. Oof,
Oh.
that's a really common mistake. More common than you think.
Yeah.
It's-
You can from the way it looks like it's kind of like a curved texture, but it's actually like a solid flat piece, and you can just catch it and
yeah,
you just bonk.
yep. And I think a lot of everyone has done that mistake. Who's
Yeah.
a speedrunner of this game.
Oh, countless times.
Yeah. So it's definitely a deceiving
Oh wow.
piece of I don't know what to call it. It's like a piece of rock or whatever.
All right, so AndyBundy doing his windmill planes. You know, these laps from Atomic are actually not too bad. That last lap was a 17.
He has the right idea with a jump into the forest.
Yeah.
Even though he bonked. Oh wow!
Oh.
Even though he bonked there, you can see that he was really good at keeping the speed from the zipper. That's usually the main issue people have. So he kind of has the idea down. It's just that he needs better execution to not end up in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. Haunted Woods is super difficult.
Yeah.
That's basically a level that all top runners have accepted that they will lose a few seconds on every time, because it's just so difficult. So
Dang.
Space Dust Alley.
Mm-hmm. Atomic actually bonked on a pretty commonplace, but he actually didn't get punched as hard as I typically see. You can get sent right back, but it looked like he kind of hit at an angle where it kind of allowed him to continue, and he just lost speed.
Yeah.
34 first lap.
Let's see how Bundy ends up with this lap here.
Gonna take the zipper.
Is it sub 2?
It's gonna be close.
Oh, it's lagging. Okay, I didn't see it, but that was probably a sub 2. I think. I don't know. It was really, really close. Atomic, kind of cruising.
Mm-hmm. This track is so hard.
I'm trying to do fast calculation here on his pace because he's gonna end this run or this race at a 24-ish time. So he has almost 5 minutes to finish the last 3 tracks. He has 4.5 minutes to finish the last 3. I mean, without a bounce, that's not impossible to be close to PB, right? This should be a 28 pace run. Because his PB is a 28.47.
28:47.
Yeah. I don't think this is far off, if it even is off.
We'll see.
Yeah.
He'll need he'll need a pretty good
Spaceport.
Dark Moon and Star City, and then he'll obviously need to get the clip in in Spaceport Alpha.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Andy. Now on Space Dust Alley. I think I was watching him practice this track a little bit.
Oof. That's more what we are used to when we see bonks in Space Dust. Like Space Dust Alley is just so difficult, and like one of the big reasons it's the hardest track in the game is because it has very few backups. Like
wow.
yeah, it's like,
the blind spike ball.
Yeah. Rip.
Oh, wow.
Wow. He's flying.
So this is gonna be about a 150, maybe 151.
Yeah, it's around 5 seconds after you enter the red loop. Okay, so 151. So let's see. He has 2 minutes and 40 seconds or so. If this is sub 130, it can be possible.
Oh wow, Andy taking that boulder to the face.
Yeah. Just get slammed.
Yeah. Because bonking on walls is like not enough. You have to put these like floating, moving obstacles in the way as well.
Yep.
Oh dang, that was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
Just kind of like saddled up to the wall and lost all his speed.
Also, the hitboxes are really, really bad. And no, the trophies do not have to be in any specific order. As long as you just finish them, you can choose order as you want. It's just that we have decided for the tournament to start with Dino Domain, just because, yeah, it's it
just
makes
out of
more
convenience
sense
to the viewer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, Atomic getting really close to the edge of that bridge there.
Yep, Tony Hawk style. He's grinding the entire slope as well.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, he did that on his other lap too. He's getting like really cozy with that wall.
I remember an old runner called LXPU who always used to do that. He thought it was a better strat than just falling down normally.
Well, he got his sub 130. So this might be tight. I don't know if.
Yeah, this is super tight.
Yeah.
He needs to finish this. So let's see what time is it. Yeah, I don't know. Like this needs to be a sub 1 basically. I don't know how fast it is.
He gets the clip
that was
though.
Super clean. Yeah. This is really close.
Yeah. Okay, this is good.
He's super close to PB pace here.
I guess the markers.
That was so tight. That was so tight.
Yeah, that was really tight.
This is a good out of bounds though. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay.
You need to go left a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He's all good. Oh my god, he's so. Oh no. 2850.
Dang.
That's 3 seconds off PB. Yeah, 3 seconds off PB. Wow, still such a good run.
Yeah.
And I just want to say it again, like, we mentioned it earlier that, like, he has a lot of impressive stuff going on. Like, even though, you know, he's bonking a lot and stuff, you see that he's actually going and trying to go fast all the time. So he does show a lot of potential. And I think if he just works more on consistency and, you know, trying to improve his game, he can become really good at the game. He's showing like the correct mindset, you know. Oh, and Bundy, man, that was so close to him falling off the bridge. I know that has been haunting him a bit lately.
Andy, what's his PB? Is it a
It's a
34?
33:55. He got it today. Before in his warm-up runs.
And he's been practicing the Spaceport Alpha out of bounds. I watched him do that this morning, so we could see a PB from him, couldn't we? Yeah.
I mean, I think so, yeah. I mean, this is looking really good. I mean, his PB is a 33, and he has one left of Star City and then Spaceport Alpha, so this run is really looking really good. And he does know how to do the out of bounds, so if he gets the out of bounds and he gets like a sub 130, yeah, this looks like a really good run for him. So I know that Atomic is in here, but we can wait till Bundy's done maybe to talk.
Yeah, I don't want to distract from this. Yeah. This is good.
Yeah. So let's see here.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, look at the time. This can be a mid 32. It's like a minute and a half PB. But we mentioned it earlier. Like, even though Atomic had a good run, Andy had kept his pace pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And another really fun fact about Bundy about this out of bounds is that he showed me. Oh, no, that's very unfortunate. But he showed me earlier that he has the triggers. You know, the picture I made a couple of years ago.
Yes, I saw that too.
He has it printed, so he has like a piece of paper with just a picture of the out of bounds with the triggers. So he knows where to drive. I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like even though he missed that, I think he has a great shot at getting a PB, even if he misses it all laps. I mean, he's halfway through. He has a minute and a half left. So let's see if he can get this. No, his angle was too bad there. You need to be perpendicular.
Yeah. But I mean, he still has a minute and 20, right? Like you said, he had a 33:50 something.
Yeah, 33:50.
Yeah, so he's still well on PB pace without this trick.
Because I mean, yeah, this is gonna be a huge PB even without it. That's what I say. That's what I say. Like, I think I like Bundy's mindset. Like, he really wants to get better. He's trying to attempt to learn tricks, and look at this, 33:16.
Good job.
Bravo.
33:16. That's almost a 40-second PB. Awesome. So, Atomic.
Hi.
You've been in here chilling. How do you feel about the run?
I honestly, I was listening to commentary. Just with that. I thought this run was really bad, and then heading into or halfway through Dark Moon, I heard you both say this could be PV pace, and I was very confused. Looked over at my timer and realized, oh, I am actually on decent pace. And I was really feeling the pressure of the last couple races. Star City didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Spaceport Alpha was actually very good.
Yeah.
Actually it looked really solid.
Yeah, it was super close. I was not expecting that because I honestly thought it was a pretty bad run right from the start when I got trolled by the dinosaur and fell in the water, ancient lake, everything.
Yep.
That's
why you gotta say, keep the distance behind him.
Yeah, for sure. I think the thing that made the big difference this run for me was just holding forward on hover more.
Yeah.
It was actually just last race you commentating and mentioning that you're supposed to hold forward a bit more.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wonder. I started doing it a couple races during this run, and noticed just how big a difference it made. And
Yeah, it does make a big difference for sure.
I probably saved a lot of time on almost every hover track, even if they weren't performed super well.
Yeah, but I also want to say that, like, I mean, you listen to the commentary, but I really like the initiatives you take. Like, even though you did like a lot of mistakes, and for example, Everfrost Peak and stuff like that, you just you actually try to go for a lot of stuff that makes you improve, and
Yeah.
it's like, because the way to improve, I've seen a lot of runners, when they are trying to improve, but they are like, oh, but I need to hold A here because it's it's safer, so I don't bonk, and they do like that all the time. They have that kind of mindset all the time, and then it's really hard to improve. But if you just let yourself go more, and try that more, you will get better and better, and you will improve, and you will be faster. So
Exactly, and I mean, some races are scarier for me, like Everfrost Peak, for that. But I do tend to try to do the hard strats. If I put something in runs, it's usually because I've gotten it not really consistently, but I know I can get there, or I've at least gotten it a few times.
yeah,
So I just try it, and if I get it in a run, then awesome. If I don't, then I'm at least getting some practice.
yeah.
Which is a little bit-
Also, I want to say, congrats on the PB to AndyBundy.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, thank
Good
you.
job.
16. Wow. That was insane.
Yeah, and and you could have PB'd by a lot more if Spaceport Alpha cooperated a little
Yeah, if I
more.
would have gotten that out of bounds, dang it.
Yeah.
Practicing all morning on that too. But no, I thought I'd go a little crazy and try some things like, trying to do Everfrost Peak without pressing the A button, doing little things here and there that I know I can do, but I haven't yet. So I was kind of nervous. And then I started looking at all the gold on my
your splits.
counter, and I was just like, yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm about 30 seconds over my PB.
No, it was a 40-second PB.
4B. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. But no, this is also my first speed running race, so I'm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. I might do this more often.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's really cool. Actually, your actual first speedrunning event and speedrunning race of all ever. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And,
Welcome.
Yay.
Well, thank you. And not too. I'm new to these interview stuff too, so I'm trying to figure out what to talk about.
We can see if Trident has any questions for you guys.
Man, I don't know. You kind of covered everything that I want to talk about, but Andy, this is your first race, right?
That is correct.
Right. We literally just said that. I was paying attention.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So, what are your kind of next steps going forward, looking towards the next race?
Well, the next race is tomorrow night, so I don't have a lot of time to prepare from that. But other than that, trying some of the things that I messed up, like bonking less. I did a lot of that actually. Some of the plane and the hover, I've got a little bit better at the car ones, but the plane and hover ones I'm still having some issue with, and I probably will have to go over spaceport out of bounds again, see if I can get that, see if I can figure out that hot top volcano thing. Yeah, there was a lot of things that I didn't do right that I was like, I could have done so much better. I could have probably gotten a sub 33.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. You did have a little bit of trouble on Hot Top Volcano. I think you went back in bounds on the third lap.
No, I think it was the beginning of the second lap.
It was
Yeah.
the beginning of the second lap.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely some time to save there.
Yeah.
From the perspective of a learning player, and something that'll probably help you a lot too, these tournaments are one of the most insanely helpful things. Just watching back runs and hearing actual good players of the game talk about your gameplay.
Oh, for sure.
Well, good players is, I mean, we've got one good player here.
Let's try
Right.
it.
It's really helpful just hearing like their tips and opinions as you go through the race. I definitely recommend watching back.
Yeah, and just get. I mean, honestly, I've been only speedrunning this game for what, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So this is still really new to me. I grew up with the game, obviously, so I've played it a lot. But doing some of these extra speed things, it's a lot. And as I think Giz was saying, the more that I practice, the more that I train, the easier it'll get. And I think I could probably, let's shoot for a year, go sub 30.
It won't take you that long.
No.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you're,
set- I'm
you're,
set-
you're- I was gonna say this. Like, if you keep doing this, like for a few months, like I think you can go for sub 30 in, let's say, 1 to 2 months.
1 to 2 months. I'm setting the goal right now.
I think like, I mean, if you keep doing, because what I liked about the run too was that I think that you try a lot to improve. Like you're actually striving to get better, and even though this like sounds weird, because like, oh, of course you want to get better, but that's not actually that obvious. I mentioned that to Atomic too. It's like some players just go safe because they think that like, oh, but I'm gonna go for the PB, so I need to go super safe here so I don't bonk. But in the long run, you're never gonna get really good if you just keep going safe. So it's good that you're trying to strive for like more difficult things to see like what can I do to improve, etc.
Oh, awesome.
All right, so what about you, Atomic? This is your second race in the groups, right?
Yep.
Right.
Just the race with Nordic is left.
Right. And like
opponent.
really close to PB, like only off by 3 seconds. So yeah, so what are you gonna do to I mean, facing Nordic is is quite a handful.
Easy win.
But easy win, yeah. But yeah, what are your kind of goals going forward?
Well, seeing how this run was so close, I felt like I kind of hit a wall for a while, but considering how I thought this run was actually pretty mediocre and still almost really close, I think if I just polish up things a bit, I can actually get a lot better of a time, maybe even before the next race, but at least on the next race, maybe.
That'd be great.
I have one like specific track goal, I think it's almost about time that I start learning windmill planes out of bounds. So
Dang.
maybe by next race, if it's enough time, we'll see a surprise out of bounds there or something.
Dang.
That would be cool.
It's a tough trick, but I mean, it's not.
Trident learned it at your level, so.
I think I was dumb and I learned it like before I even got sub 30 because my mindset was like, I'm just gonna learn all the tricks and then I'll be like really good. And I mean, in hindsight, obviously that's not the way it works. The actual skill and getting all the tech together is more important than learning 3 out of bounds tricks, because once you learn out of bounds, like, what's the difference if you don't know like how to chain barrel rolls and stuff like that? Like the clips themselves actually don't mean that much. But yeah, I think you're at a good point to definitely start tackling that. I think a lot of people kind of put that trick on a pedestal and are maybe intimidated to try it and start incorporating it into their run. But it's just like anything else, it's just practice, and eventually you'll get it down. And there's a lot of top runners that like very, very rarely miss that trick in runs.
Yeah, and canyonless as well. That's another thing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2 big ones, I guess. Other than that, just polish up the car, crash a little less, polish up the hover angles, and polish up the plane in general.
Well, you got the new strat from Giz holding slightly up. So now you just got to kind of get
Yes.
used to having that all the time. I knew that like I was like snaking back and forth without holding up, and then as soon as I found that out, then I was like, oh dang, like this is a completely different feeling, and now I almost have to get used to doing that. Like even something as simple as like making sure you're holding up all the time while you're snaking is like, it's not an easy transition when you've already gotten used to doing things a certain way. So
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
once you get better with that, then you're gonna even shave more time off your hover tracks.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right, I think that's it. So yeah, good race. Congrats on PB again to Bundy, and super close to PB, and congrats on the win, Atomic.
Thank you.
We actually have another race on tonight at 8 p.m. Between Pigs and Mano.
That's actually a really interesting race.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Because the difference between PBs is just like a minute, and that's a fight over the second place in the group, and yeah, that's actually really super important match.
So make sure you come back for that. And
So,
I
yeah.
believe that will be on SpeedGaming too.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for commenting 2 races in a row, Trident.
Oh, no problem. This is always so much fun.
Yeah. And bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
We'll see ya.
See ya.